Thanks to Lastpass for sponsoring a portion of this video.
Is this how you stretch, James?
Which one is this? We're gonna do tech news. Yeah, just a sec. I just gotta.
NVIDIA's newest graphics card, the RTX 3060 Ti, launched today for $399, and the consensus seems to be that it's pretty good. The 3060 Ti is generally better than the RTX 2080 Super and even bites at the heels of the 2080 Ti. And its only real competitor price-wise is the RX...
Xbox Series S?
Not, actually. The RX 5700 XT, which performs about 30% worse. So if your budget is around $400, it seems like a no-brainer, provided you have the free time that is now necessary for anyone in the market for a GPU to spend refreshing product pages. Although according to Hardware Canucks retail contacts, stock for the 3060 Ti should add up to more than the 3070, 3080, and 3090 combined. But if social media is any indication, people are still having trouble getting orders through, if only because store websites are getting slammed. Well, at least we can look forward to January. That's when AMD is expected to release the RX 6700, and we should also get RTX 30 series laptops. Both of those things will also probably have stock problems, but maybe we should just accept that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
The long, long journey.
At least you got to click a buy button. Yes! ARM processors are a bigger deal now that Apple's released their M1 powered Macs, so here we are reporting on new smartphone processors. Samsung announced the Exynos 1080 and Qualcomm unveiled the Snapdragon 888, an 8-core system.
Very lucky.
It's an 8-core system on chip with pumped up AI capabilities and built-in 5G and Wi-Fi 6. Now, to be fair, these might not just be smartphone processors. Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8CX chips, which power many Windows 10 on ARM laptops, are based on the aging Snapdragon 865. So updated desktop chips based on the 8880, 8888 could mean Windows on ARM devices could be just as good as the Apple M1.
Good night, sweet Intel.
That was a joke. They're not, it's not, maybe. Qualcomm believes it's possible. Company reps say that M1 has validated the idea of ARM-powered PCs, and Japan apparently agrees. Apple shot up to the #1 spot in desktop PC market share there in that country following the launch of the M1 Max. Most of these sales weren't M1 models, they were the older Intel ones, but hey, at the very least we can say an ARM-powered laptop is a flashy, futuristic idea, and I'm all for those. A walking car? Come on! And earlier this year, iPhones were vulnerable to a hack that could have allowed attackers to gain full control of the device over Wi-Fi with no user interaction required. And not only that, the attack could worm its way from one infected iPhone to another within range, giving a hacker access to untold legions of data just by walking through a crowded area. To be fair, those have been few and far between for much of 2020, and Apple actually patched the vulnerability that enabled this sort of attack with iOS version 13.5 back in May, so you can stop looking worried, Edsel.
I don't know if I actually update or not.
Update your phone! So if you're still running 13.4 or lower, let's just hope you've been observing quarantine. And also, update your dang phone. Don't be an Edsel.
Don't live with spies.
Thanks to Lastpass for sponsoring this portion of the video. Lastpass makes your online life just simpler by filling in your usernames and passwords for you across all of your devices, making it fast and easy to log in. They also make it safer because their new dark web monitoring feature sends you an alert if your information is compromised by shady weirdos. Need to share a password? Sure, you could write it on a napkin, or you could conveniently and safely share it with the password share feature. Guys, no joke, I use this personally and I love it. So visit lastpass.com/techlinked40 or click the link in the description for 40% off LastPass Premium until December 8th. Get it! Once again, thanks to Lastpass for sponsoring that portion of the video. Now, onto the quick bits. Japan loves Macs. Well, so does Amazon, because the company just announced instances of macOS are available in the company's cloud infrastructure. The instances are running on actual Mac Minis, although they're Intel models, not the new M1s. I guess Apple had to dump their old stock somewhere. Amazon is also announcing computer vision-based services that will allow factories to detect whether machinery and human workers are working well. Makes sense, people protest Amazon's draconian working conditions, they double down. It's how compromise works. Remember Facebook's cryptocurrency, Libra?
Eh?
You don't? That's okay, they're renaming it to Diem, in preparation of the coin's launch next year in a much more limited form than was originally planned. Public reaction to the currency included a lot of skepticism because of its ties to Facebook, so this move is reportedly designed to distance Diem from Facebook in the minds of consumers and legislators. And us talking about it is designed to do the opposite. Diem! Diem!
Carpe diem.
It's the new thing you'll forget about. Remember that. The Arecibo radio telescope has collapsed weeks after the National Science Foundation said that the dish was too badly damaged and too dangerous to attempt repair. And we knew this was going to happen, but it would have been nice to film one last Bond action sequence there, you know? And then film no more Bond movies, ever.
Or at least not release them.
Yeah, just keep them to yourself. China has successfully landed their Chang'e, and I'm definitely saying that wrong, probe on the surface of the moon and begun to gather moon rocks. If the lander successfully returns to Earth, it will be the first time moon rocks have made it back here in over 4 decades. And thank goodness, because we're running dangerously low on moon rocks. The time portal's gonna run out of juice any day now. And Google has switched over its internet-providing Loon hot air balloons to fully autonomous flight, relying on reinforcement learning algorithms for navigation instead of ones crafted by humans. In tests, the AI was reportedly able to keep balloons in target areas for longer while using less energy, and used complex maneuvers the Loon team hadn't seen before. He's switched off his targeting computer. It's time to switch off this episode, so come back on Friday for more tech news. And if you don't, well, I won't be able to save you.